Okay, so then they wanted that alcohol test or what, I don't know what they wanted. They took me in their car and they took me to this nearby hospital, the civil hospital, where they have a corrupt ally doctor. The one over here was Manpreet Singh. I don't know if he's a doctor or not, but yes, he is doing a job of a doctor over here. And if any, okay, that guy is available publicly, just like these police guys also. But if any uh, knowledge or intelligent guy, which I think they're not much here in firozpur. I mean, not intelligent, but not very well educated people. They don't usually live in this town they live with. But if anybody goes out to judge that guy, this Manpreet Singh, working in the civil hospital as of right now, 27th April, and I asked him what he specialized in, and he said he's a general doctor, but he's just their ally. These police guys, okay, which they used to, which a doctor that they used to, I don't know, harass in whatever form that they whatever forms are available. Yeah, to getting a fake, and what all they can do is to get fake reports on your tests, or harass somebody medically, okay? Putting them in a medically what is the addiction or psychiatric centers, everything. Anyways, so that's what they were doing, and they were uh, about to do to me, and they took my blood sample forcibly, right? Took my urine sample forcibly meaning that they, there were three police guys, man, again, armed, so I had to do whatever they say, and so I found out that the doctor, they were interacting, and I found out that he's an ally. Yeah. Let me see if I can get that point out. Any fact. Uh, yeah, he was asking them. The doctor was asking them कि इनमें में की लादा है ते की पर इनमें की लादा इनमें मतलब की प्रेशर को लादा what do you call it? Sorry, I can't even remember the name of diagnosis. इनमें में की diagnosis लादा and फिर ਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੈ, ਉੱਥੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਾ है, planning all this shit without any. Obviously, you do not take any medical procedure which is check your essentials. I mean, that is a different thing. They were just planning to keep me in some kind of whatever the medical harassment places are, for the addiction or psychiatric. So they took my blood sample, urine sample, then I was forced to, and just. So then before they were about to pull some shit, so I just what I did was at the civil hospital, this is a 24-hour hospital. So when I was coming back from the washroom, there was some public outside, and I started screaming that these people were assaulting me and I need help. And I started sharing some facts, okay? Something like somebody's names and everything. All right. So coming back, then that struck the doctor, and he said that you should take him away. Okay, basically implying that they might get in trouble, and you should take them away. That they should abuse me or assault me in their jail camps, shit like that. So the police they were taking me back to their to their police station. Okay, let me tell you why they brought to me to the medical thingy. So, the police, when they find out that this person is not being affected by physical pain or physical torture, because I am not affected much by physical pain. I mean, I've seen a lot of pain in my life, and physical pain or abuse from is not that would hurt me much or concerns me much. As far as somebody doesn't, slice up my arm or something like that, but that kind of shit doesn't happen in a police station, because that will then be directly visible to everybody, and that can be hid. And similarly, they can't. This is for general. This is in general that a physical harasser tries to avoid any bloody marks. Okay, in a situation when he has to let you go, visit the marks at Korea. So that's the same with these police. Yeah. So the kind of physical torture that they could or have is they could or do have is not concerns me. So that's why they took me to the medical thingy to see if I could be tortured there. So I came back, and then as I came back, I had my mother and my father wait me. Okay, so this guy called my father. Okay, now why would he call my father if they just wanted to hurt me? Okay, now that hurt was not something that that they were not going to hurt me for a long time, so they did hurt me in the day as much as they could. Then at the side, I actually I told them what was actually going to hurt me, and I actually asked them, okay, uh, truthfully, that not to call my father for two reasons. Okay, one is personal. I don't know if you should be addressing that, and second is that it was my father's and mother's marriage anniversary. Okay, and I actually started crying. That please, actually I had tears in my eyes when I told them that. Okay, not to call father. That their day would be spoiled. You can do what you want with me. So actually, when a person is trying to hurt you, man, they will see what is actually hurting you, and they will just do the opposite for what you ask. If you were asking them truthfully. So yeah. Also, tip or note that if somebody is hurting you or somebody is actually your enemy for some time or place, do not let them know what actually hurts you. Yeah, that's a very kind of obvious statement. But another one is, do not ask for something you want. Ask for something you don't want, and then you will not get what you don't want. And ask for not having something you want, okay? Then you might just get it. So, meaning, like, if you need a mouse, tell them, please don't give me a mouse, right? Anyways, that was a little side note. So what happened was then my parents came, and my parents came, and that was actually something really terrible that happened, because they could not do much to hurt me. Like, if any, they could not. I did not do anything illegal. That is, although out of context over here, legality and police is out of context over here. So when they found out that they could not do much to hurt me, they call my parents, because they saw that that was something that was actually hurting me, because I did not want to spoil the day. And secondly, I did not want my father to be involved in this shit, or my mother, or I did not want to trouble them for this shit. That is something that was actually true to me. So that's exactly what they did. And so that went almost, and so that went exactly as I did not want to. That parents, they get, uh, parents are, they get, or they are afraid of these situations, and they don't want these situations. And they were under much duress when they came. Okay, although I was trying to tell them that, that my mom, that I'm fine. Okay, don't be worried. But they were just worried about the thing that I had already passed. That police beating, that they might beat you, that they could have beaten them or something like that. So, anyways, so they were under duress, and before me coming to that, the other officer that was there or something. So now they must have told them all sorts of lies. Obviously, people don't care about the law or anything. So they told them all sorts of lies to scare them into. They must have. Okay, I'm assuming this. That's what my judgment is. That's also pretty obvious in the situation that they told them in order to write an apology statement and shit like that. Okay, that it's all our mistakes. And that's what we did. And also in that there was that, well, there were some factually incorrect information in that, and they forced them to, or pressurized them to read them. And my parents came, and they were asking me to sign that. And I don't know if I told this in this video, but I am against any form of lying, any form of cheating, any form of lying, and also injustice. So I said that I will not sign this statement. I will not sign this page, because in that they have written that firstly it's all our mistakes, and then secondly there is some personal shit with me and my father. Okay, I will not be addressing that in this video. It's a topic in itself. So they were asking me to sign this, and I did not. I said that I wouldn't sign this. Even my mom and dad, they were really, really, they were really, really trying to convince me. They were to sign that apology and shit like that. But I said that. But the thing is, it was not an apology. It was there were some factually incorrect information in that, which could hurt me if ever that document that could hurt me. So, I mean, if ever it was anywhere in a legal place, and although this place is out this place, and I don't know, this country in general, I don't know, I won't make those big perspectives. I don't know what the word is, but yeah, if on if it was on a legal paper, that kind of shit could hurt me. But the thing is, it was a false statement they were asking me to sign, and in the apology, and I did not do that. And so, well, then there's a little bit more info on this, which I think needs to be classified. Because the other parties, they might see this video. And yeah, so after that, and then we took our stuff back again, they were still not returning our phone. We took our car back, and my phone they were still not giving, and my father was asking me to leave the other phone, and but then we also managed to get the phone back. Okay, now how that happened, yeah, that is also a big point. That my father he started saying that there's this video in my phone for this other guy, yeah, for which they were holding the phone. So he said that actually my father did a mistake over there. He just said that because he was recording me too, and I was recording him too, and my father he said that they'll both be deleting videos from this phone, and we want the phone. He did not say we want the phone. I mean, we got the phone through this fucker. What actually happened terribly was that the video of him I had to delete in the rest to get my phone back because the police was not returning my phone, and they were saying shit like phone kal aake le jao, meaning please take your phone tomorrow. Yeah. Firstly, people who say shit like that, tomorrow never comes. Okay. Secondly, they could have deleted my data and everything in the phone just to delete this one video, and I carry a lot of data in my devices. Yeah, so that was it. That was the end, and that was the end of the story. I must have missed on a lot of things, and I'm sure I must have expanded, not exaggerated. I never exaggerate. I expanded unnecessarily. Must have done that on a lot of points, and I'm sorry about that. If anybody's watching this video until now, it's only because I am very disoriented, and I've not slept in for about 20 to 40 hours now. Right? But yeah, one thing I'll swear about is that every statement in this video, which has even become my policy in life, is 100% true. I like to keep it 100% honest. Or we can put your 100% for honesty, meaning that not lying as far as your knowledge. So yeah, that's the end of this scene, and very quickly addressing this honesty thing, that honesty doesn't mean telling somebody unnecessary information, which is true. That'll get you in trouble. And it also there's also this scene that when somebody is attacking you directly, again, and he's asking you for something or asking you questions, personal questions, you are vulnerable. Okay, honesty and dishonesty, I guess one thing is that it's best to stay quiet in that situation, and you would be preventing speaking a lie. But also lying in that situation should be out of this policy. Okay, well, that's another topic that I'm going into, and yeah, a few points. Let me try to conclude over here. Yeah, firstly is that police, Punjab police in general, man, the police and criminal word is interchangeable over here. People won't and should not call the police over here to get justice or to enforce truth. Okay, people, what they do over here is they call the police only to enforce power, fear, or to use your vulnerability. That's what the police does here, and the other job over here of the police is to harass, is to try to show their power, Okay, it's another general statement that I'm making. This that's what they do. Yeah. And unnecessarily trouble citizens, not to enforce the law, but only for two reasons: to unnecessarily enforce power to make themselves feel superior, and secondly, to see if they can get any benefit, mostly monetary, from the person. That's what the police does over here. Yes, there could be some exceptions, but if there are any, there are only exceptions, like a 1 in 100 sort of thing. That would be an honest officer over here. Honest, I mean not honest, but for people who are who are actually, yes, honestly doing their job. पहले तो यहाँ पे एजुकेशन की प्रॉब्लम है. लोगों को लॉज की एजुकेशन ही नहीं है. आई थिंक पता नहीं पुलिस सर्विस आई डोंट थिंक यहाँ पे कोई ग्रेजुएशन की या डिग्री टेस्ट वगैरह what I've seen, yeah, police is uneducated over here. डिग्री की तो रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं होगी डेफिनेटली. एंड टेस्ट अगर कोई होता भी होगा तो अगेन यहाँ पे टेस्टिंग भी people cheat in the test. Anyways, I'm gonna try to retrain to this story yet. Police and criminals are very similar over here. Okay, do not depend on the police if you're like to enforce the law, or if you're honest. Okay. One of the few people. And I'm sorry, let me. Well, I realized that this story, and being completely in English also, uh, well, yeah, it could help our younger population over here. I think this thing would apply very well all over India, okay? In the smaller towns, yeah, or in the corrupt towns, which I assume most of them corrupt. I'm sorry, I'm juggling words, too exhausted. But yes, Indians, there could be some uh, Indians who could be benefit from this video, or could get look at the scenario, the kind of shit that goes on. But I think this video is would be directed to any of which could be in for for entertainment purpose of anyone from abroad, or for education purpose of anybody from the English speaking countries looking at this video. That this is the kind of shit that happens in our country, and it's so damn common. So also I noticed that I might have a bit, I don't know, if there's a bit evil look in my eye right now. It's because, again, that I've not slept for a long time, and this happens in this orientation. And otherwise I would never hurt anybody, never do any injustice, and neither did I do that today. By the way, if anyone would say that where it all started, that I was hurting the restaurant by not paying for the food that I ordered, is because obviously those, as I explained in the beginning, there was that dining and taken in issue. There was firstly therefore that they did not ask me for the dining and taken, and I did not use the food, did not consume the food, and it was just a raging point for somebody who is willing, this manager guy is named Kushpreet, who's later doing assault. That is just a trigger for an assaulter to do his shit. No, yes, a lot of illegal things happened in this day. Okay, a lot of illegal things went down, and if this was a if there was a proper justice system in this country, okay, I could have gone to the law, and I mean the law over here is actually very good. I mean, as far as I know, the Indian Constitution is actually very, very right, very, very good. Most of it is taken from the US, but the problem is that the system and the people in the system, they are very corrupt. If it was a falling system, I could have gone, and I might even try to go for some legal justice in this situation, but I don't know, it would be pretty hard, and well, that's it. At least I told the story.